Wrexham AFC is the oldest club in Wales, and they just made history. 3 straight promotions in 3 seasons, and now are in the championship for the first time in decades. And well, I want to speed things up as I am taking over Wrexham AFC and winning them the Champions League and making them the world's best team. And to start off this video, of course, Wrexham will be in the championship. And this is the current Wrexham side. To be honest, it's not too bad, but because there is no upgrades, I don't think this team could survive the championship. And with only 5 million in the transfer budget, becoming the world's best team won't be so easy. And well, it does get harder than that as there's 2 transfer rules I must follow. The first rule is at all times 5 of our players in the starting 11 have to be Welsh. And there's already a huge problem. As of right now, I believe there is only 1 Welsh player in the side, and it's Ashfield, and he is garbage. Actually, I lied, there's 2. Dean is also garbage though. And the second transfer rule is at all times we must only sign players in a lower division than us. So because we are in the championship, we can only sign players in 3rd division. To be honest, this might be the hardest challenge I have ever done. And kicking off this takeover, I've already changed the formation to Ed Gray as well, which is the 4-3-3 attack. And like I mentioned before, this team isn't terrible, but it's not made for the championship. However, I am very happy with the goalkeeper we do have, 22 years old, Nkokwu, who used to play for the Arsenal Academy. That's definitely somebody who's gonna be with us for a while. But in terms of improvement, this squad is extremely old, having legends such as Jay Rodriguez and even Matty James, who I believe won the Prem with Leicester. At this point, I'm gonna try my best to sign absolutely anybody, and especially Welsh players, because we need 5 in the starting 11, and I do not want to start those 2 trash players. But before I sign absolutely anybody, I will be selling a bunch of players because we need a lot of money, especially because we need at least 5 Welsh players this season. However, before we sell players, the good news is we have a youth academy graduate by the name of Lucas Fuller, who is a right winger, and he is also Welsh and has some great potential. I think regardless of how low overall he is, he will be our starting right winger. But let's go ahead and sell some players and make some money. And this is all the players I have sold so far. To be honest, I could not sell anybody, and I did sell Paul Mullen. As great as a legend he is, we really need to youth in this side because a bunch of players are over 28. But now that means we do have 11 million to spend, but remember, only players in lower divisions than us, so we're not getting some great players. And the first player I'm bringing in is somebody you may know, ex-Liverpool Academy graduate Benjamin Woodburn, a Welsh center attacking mid. As of right now, we don't have many options in terms of leagues because we can only sign players from League 1, League 2, and the Bundesliga 3rd division. But right now, we're focusing on Welsh players, and I think Ben Woodburn will be a great signing for Wrexham. And our next signing for 2.7 million is probably the best player we have signed so far with 82 potential, Luke Harris. He is a Welsh center attacking mid who I will convert to a center mid. And the 3rd player we're signing is actually another midfielder by the name of Charlie Savage. He used to play for Man United, I think in the academy or maybe even in the first team. And that completes our Welsh midfield. And to be honest, with dynamic potential, this could be our midfield by the time we win the Champions League. And for 1.4 million, we are probably making our last signing this season in Dominic Jeffries, a left mid who I will convert to left back. Of course, he is also Welsh. I think in this transfer window, I had to take care of the Welsh business. So this is what the brand new side is looking like. It's not looking too bad. I think we may have downgraded just a bit, but we do have younger players and players that fit the Welsh name. There's still a couple more players to sell. I'm gonna try my best to sell them, but it seems like nobody wants them. If anything, we'll just go on to the first game of the season. But it's now time for the first championship game of the season against Bristol City. And it's going to be tough because I'm not sure if this team is even good enough to stay in the championship. But let's see if we can get off to a great start. But here come Bristol City. It's Armstrong on the ball, gives it to Max Bird. Max Bird gives it into Joshua Knight. It's a shot, and it's a great save from Arthur. It's his first game of professional football. It's a through ball back into Lucas Fuller. Can we get a goal here right before halftime? It's to Lucas Fuller. Cuts back, gives it to Jay Rodriguez with a shot, and it goes wide. Lucas Fuller, though, creating an opportunity. But here come Bristol City in the second half. It's Sykes on the ball, gives it into Knight. Knight with a shot, and it goes in. Arthur could not save it. He gets a hand to it. We go down 1-0 in our first championship game. This is not good. He's still learning. Charlie Savage gives it into Rodriguez. Rodriguez into Woodburn. Into Lucas Fuller for the first game. Let's go. Lucas Fuller on his professional debut. Lucas Fuller is the first goal scorer for Wrexham in the championship. We equalize the game. This is brilliant. And Lucas Harris wins the ball back. Gives it to Ryan Longman. Longman gives it to Benjamin Woodburn. And now it's Benjamin Woodburn looking for a through ball here. He finds J-Rod. Jay Rodriguez, ex-Premier League player, still on the ball. Is anybody going to help him? It's Jay Rodriguez. Gives it to Lucas Fuller. It takes the time. touch, has a shot, and oh my days, in 5 minutes, Lucas Fuller has given us possibly the 3 points on his first ever professional game. This kid is going to be special. And the referee blows the whistle. We get our first 3 points in the championship. And out of all people, ex-Premier League players, Lucas Fuller is the one that steps up on his pro debut. All right, boys, after that first game, I sold a little bit more players and we now have 2 million. I'm gonna go ahead and try to look for a striker because Jay Rodriguez, as good as he used to be, is very slow. And we spent absolutely every dollar, 1.5 million for, definitely gonna mispronounce this, Kelvin Man. He's an English left winger playing for Reading, but he can also play striker, so we're gonna convert him. 21 years old, around 75 to 80 potential. We need somebody that can grow so we can either sell or continue to use them. But this is the final squad for the season. To be honest, I think there's a small chance that we do stay in the championship, but I believe in this team. And the goal for this season is pretty obvious. It is to stay in the championship. However, every time we fail a goal, we will not be allowed to sign anybody in the next season. We have arrived to the end of the season and we're only 1 point away from safety with 1 game left to go. We need to make sure we win the last game of the season. And that final game of the season will be against Portsmouth, a legendary club who used to play in the Premier League. Let's see if we can keep our cool and survive relegation. And in the 5th minute, Portsmouth already have a free kick. It's Richie looking for a shot. Is that Matt Richie? He has a shot. It's a great save from Arthur, though. Benjamin Woodburn, who probably has been the best player in the pitch. Ben Woodburn gives it into Kelvin. I don't know how to say his name. Okay, he's clearly left-footed. But here comes Portsmouth. It's a through ball into Richie. Matt Richie with a shot. And it goes in. The Portsmouth captain makes it 1-0. Oh my days, boys. If the scores stay like this, if the team below us don't drop points, we're going back to League One. But it's Matt Ritchie on the ball once again. Gives it to Teddy Bishop again. It's a through ball into Murphy with a shot and it goes in. 2-0 down on the last day of the season. This cannot be happening, fam. The second half has kicked off. The most used word in my locker room was remontada. Let's see if we can do it. It's Benjamin Woodburn on the ball. Woodburn gives it to Kelvin. And now it's Kelvin gives it into Lucas Fuller. Lucas Fuller's looking for a through ball. He does fine. Benjamin Woodburn. Can we go ahead and get our first goal back? Ben Woodburn. No, he gets bodied off the ball. But Lucas Fuller gets the ball back, has a shot, and it's blocked. But now it's Kelvin. Kelvin into Lucas Fuller with a shot. Lucas Fuller, it's saved by Archer, man. Come on. But now Charlie Savage on the corner. Can we find somebody? It's a corner kick in Kelvin. And now it falls into Benjamin Woodburn, the captain. Have a finish, please. It's blocked. Into Clemsworth. It's blocked again. And here comes Luke Harris. Here we come on the counter. We need our first goal. It's Charlie Savage gives it into Kelvin. And now it's Kelvin on the ball. Here comes Kelvin. Through ball into Lucas Fuller. Lucas Fuller looking to be the hero once again. It's the Lucas Fuller with a right-footed shot. It goes in. It's 2-1. Oh my days, we could do it. We could get the remontada. And here we come on the counter. Charlie Savage gives the ball to Lucas Fuller. Lucas Fuller does find Benjamin Woodburn. And now it's Benjamin Woodburn on the counter. Can he find through ball to Kelvin? Yes, he does. 1v1. Kelvin. And it goes in. It's 2-2 in the 73rd minute. 1 more goal is all we need. And we'll remain in the championship. Come on, Kelvin. And now it's Lucas Fuller on the ball. The youngster on the ball once again. It's Kelvin. Kelvin with a through ball into Benjamin. And now it's Benjamin Woodburn holding the ball. Gives it into Ryan Longman. And now it's Ryan Longman, 1v1, but that shot, oh my days, it's a low-driven shot, and it goes in, 86 minutes in, we have done it, the remontada is complete, Real Madrid could never. We're staying in the championship. This is what I love about lower division football. Beautiful story after beautiful story as once again Wrexham do the impossible and remain in the championship. And as Burnley win the championship, the player of the season goes to Fleming from Burnley. In the team of the season, sadly, we have nobody, but I feel that will change very soon. And this is what the squad is looking like at the end of the season. We have 4 players out of 70 overall, and Ryan Longman, Benjamin Woodward, Luke Harris, and Arthur Onkoku. I hope I said that correctly. And the rest of the squad is growing quite nicely as Lucas Fuller went from a 60 to 65. I'm already falling in love with the squad, but I forgot to mention there is a selling rule, and well, I will reveal it when an offer that fits that rule comes around. But let's see how our squad did this season. I hope they did well, and the top goal scorer was Jay Rodriguez. This is not what I wanted. He should not be playing football. He is 35 years old. Come on, man. However, tied for our top goal scorer is 17-year-old Lucas Fuller with 13. He is going to be special one day. 6-1 for Kelvin, 6 goals for Sam Smith, who we're trying to sell, and here are the rest of the stats. Nothing too extraordinary. I hope they could improve upon the next season. And if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure you subscribe. We're on our route to 300k subscribers, and we have now arrived in the brand new season, and we luckily do have 9 million to spend. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the squad is now good enough to stay in the championship. We did see it last year, but now we want to push for promotion as soon as possible. In terms of where do we improve, I would like to improve in at least one of the center backs. This guy is 24, but I believe we could get somebody younger. And to be honest, if I could just find anybody in the lower leagues that's better, that would be amazing. If not, not, we could just sign some amazing bench players. But first, I'm going to try and sell everybody. However, now that we have a lot of money and we almost failed our challenge, we need to make sure we have Youth Academy graduates in our team. So we have spent 3 million on a youth scout, and of course, we're going to go ahead and send them to Wales because it is hard to find some great Welsh players. And we were able to get rid of a lot of expensive players this season. That means we now have 14 million to spend, which I think is brilliant. We'll be able to sign basically a brand new squad for the bench if we wanted to. And for 5.5 million, yes, an expensive transfer, we're signing Japhet Tanganga, who used to play for Tottenham Hotspur, 74 overall rated center back, who is currently playing for Millwall, who just relegated to the League One. This is an incredible, probably our best signing so far as manager of Wrexham. And for 4.6 million, our last signing is going to be Thierry Small, who used to play for the Southampton Academy. There wasn't a lot of players we can sign, especially with the rule of having 5 Welsh players on the side of all times. So I went for a fullback who could play left back and right back both and sit on the bench just in case one of our fullbacks gets injured. So this is what the brand new side is looking like. I think it's looking incredible. I think we could even push for promotion. However, goal this season is just to not finish in the lower mid-table of the championship. That is pretty realistic. Let's see how the club does this season. And we've reached the end of the season and we have completed our goal to finish in the top half of the championship, finishing in 9th place. Only 7 points away from the playoffs. That is definitely our next goal next season. But I'm curious, this time around, did we finally get a top goal scorer in the league? Maybe somewhere in the top 10, and it doesn't seem like it, man. Southampton win the championship with Arda Güler. That is pretty crazy. Liam Delap is the player of the season for Ipswich. Team of the season again, not a single Wrexham player. I hope next season is the year that we dominate the championship. And this is what the squad is looking like at the end of the season. Not a single player under 70 overall now. With another +5. Right, Longman, this guy's dynamic potential has been helping him a lot. I don't know how much potential he had to begin with. But please tell me we did not get carried by an 18-year-old once again this season. And 13 goals for Kelvin. All right, this is what we needed from him. 13 and 3 for Ryan Longman, our best player so far. Lucas Fuller, 7 and 0. 7 for Jack Murray. I don't know why he's playing games. 6 and 5. 6 goals for Stephen Fletcher. And 5 and 6 for Benjamin Woodburn. I think next season is the season that we fight for promotion. And we got some absolutely incredible talents in the Youth Academy. Connor Mabe, a center back, 66 overall, 88 potential. Charlie Howells, our right back, 92 to 94 potential. We got Emir Parker, 86 potential. And we got Reece Palmer with 94 potential. Starters in 3 years' time. And now it's season number 3. We only have 6 billion. But once again, we can only sign players from League 1, League 2, or the 3rd Bundesliga. I'm not sure if there's anybody good to sign. And for 2.9 million, we are signing a backup striker in Thomas Waddingham, who I believe is either from New Zealand and Australia. Kelvin needs some competition, and a young player on the bench could definitely help us. And maybe if he outgrows Kelvin, he can replace him. And our second and final signing for 1.3 million is Ollie Dewsbury. I hope I got that name right. He's a left winger. We do not have a lot of money. I just cannot wait to go to the Premier League where we can at least sign any 2nd division player. And by the way, I haven't signed any League 2 or 3rd Bundesliga player because there's literally nobody worth it. So this is what the squad will be looking like for this season. Only signed bench players, just more squad depth. I will be loaning out the 4 Youth Academy graduates we got. And if we get lucky, they might get insane growth and they could be starters next season, hopefully by the time we're in the Prem. And by the way, I haven't played a game because who cares about playing just regular championship games? If we get into the playoffs, I will be playing that. And we've reached the final day of the season and we're sitting in a promotion place in 3rd place, so we have completed that challenge. We are only 1 point behind Burnley. And if we win this last game and Burnley drop points, we will automatically promote and skip the playoffs. And our final game of the season will be against an ex-Premier League side in Luton. The question is, can we go ahead and beat Luton Town and hope that Burnley lose their game? Into Lucas Fuller. Lucas Fuller cuts inside. The youngster lays it up into Kelvin. And he falls into Benjamin Woodburn with a bicycle kick into Longman. And it's a great save. To win this game, Kelvin gives it into Benjamin Woodburn. And now it's Benjamin Woodburn. Through ball back into Kelvin. First time finish. It goes in. 1-0 against Luton Town, ex-Premier League side. I think winning this game is going to be no problem. It just hopes that Burnley don't win their game. Woodburn gives it into Sean Longman, who's been incredible. It goes in. Sean Longman probably been our best player. We're overperforming this season, and we might be going to the Premier League without going through the playoffs. And now it's Lucas Fuller gives it into Charlie Savage. We're looking to dominate Luton Town. It's Benjamin Woodburn through ball into Lucas Fuller, the youngster, cuts inside, gives it into Kelvin. Kelvin with a finish is blocked. Lucas Fuller picks up the ball again. He's been dangerous in this game. It's Benjamin Woodburn waiting for that run to Lucas Fuller, and Lucas Fuller is clear through one goal. Can he make it 3-0 and dump this game on his right foot? It goes in, boys. This game is over. A 3-0 victory, surely. Burnley, please, drop points, man. And now as Benjamin Woodburn gives it all the way to Barnett. Barnett with a through ball into Lucas Fuller. This game is already over, but we're looking to get as many goals as possible in case we need them for goal difference. Fuller gives it back into Benjamin Woodburn with a shot near post and save. With the follow-up, it goes in 4-0. Luton did not show up today. Burnley, lose your game. The referee blows the whistle. Celebrations all around. This looks like good news. Let's see if Burnley lost their game. And yes, Burnley have dropped the points. They lost to what QPR looks like. We're going straight to the Premier League. And as Everton win the championship, Middlesbrough's Conway wins the player of the season. And we finally got some players in the team of the season. In Nkunku, Tankanga, Savage, and Kelvin. And boys, we finally had a top goal scorer. We actually have 2. 19 for Kelvin and 18 for Ryan Longman. That guy is really incredible. We even got Ben Woodburn and 15 goals. This was an incredible season. And this is what our squad is looking like. It's looking absolutely incredible. We have our first 80 rated player as well. And these are the stats for the season. 21 goals for Kelvin, 19 and 5 for Ryan Longman. He is absolutely incredible. 17 and 12 for Ben Woodburn. He's actually even better. He's been our best player this season. 13 goals for Thomas Waddington, 11 and 3 for Lucas Fuller, Mr. Consistent, 7 and 12 for Charlie Savage. I'm so excited to get into the Prem. And our loaned out players have grown. 75 now for Connor and Bobby, a +8, +5 for Reece Palmer. I don't think he's starting over Ben Woodburn though. A +9 for Emir Parker, who's probably going out on loan another season. And finally, Charlie Howells, a +9 now at a 72. He probably will be our starting right back next season if we don't sign anybody. And we got some more prospects this season. In CN Smith, the center back, Reese Hughes, another center back, Reese Pritchard, a center mid, Gavin Mills, another talented cam. We have too many of those, and Alan White, a left winger. We have now arrived in season number 4, and this team is ready for the Premier League, but I'm not sure if they can survive it. And we do basically have 50 million to spend this season, and we can finally sign any player from the second division. The players we can sign now have elevated in overall. And for our first signing, for 60 million, we are signing a backup goalkeeper and Dennis Simon. I believe you said it that way, from the Bundesliga 2. Our first signing outside of England. I've been waiting for this because the lower divisions in every other country really sucks unless it's the second division, but I'm happy to have him as a backup. And for our final signing, as of now, for 27 million, we are signing Claudio Gomez from Palermo, who are in the Serie B right now. 80 overall. He will be our brand new holding midfielder because he has a lot of experience. And I say potential last signing because I have a feeling that the selling rule is going to kick in this season. We haven't yet received an offer that fits the selling rule yet. And this is what the squad is looking like now, but we do have a problem now. Because Claudio Gomez has joined the starting 11, we now only have 4 Welsh players in the starting 11, and that's not good. But thankfully, our youngster Mabe is now at a 75 overall and can take over Clethworth, bringing us back to 5 Welsh players. Also, Howells will be in the starting 11 because he is literally 1 overall better than Barnett. Let's go ahead and sim through the transfer window because, like I said, I have a feeling the selling rule is going to kickstart as of this season. And my prediction was right. It has happened. The selling rule basically is very simple. Anytime, no matter how many times, if a top 6 Premier League club comes in for our players, we must sell them. So City could come in for 10 of our players and we have to sell them all within the same season. And City have come in. The new starting right back, Charlie Howells, who is 16 years old, is at a 73 overall. This is not good. And thankfully, he was the only player that left the side, meaning we now need a brand new right back. But the good thing is, now that we can sign players from second divisions, we found a quick and even better replacement in Tri Hume at 25 years old, 80 overall, playing for currently Sunderland, who are still in the championship. Yes, he may not be 16 years old at 73 overall, but he's an 80 overall at 25. That is a great replacement. So this is what the squad is looking like for our first ever Premier League season. Let's go ahead and go off to a great start at whoever we play against, as our goal is to survive relegation. And making our Premier League debut will be against Brentford. Let's beat them. And here come Brentford on the attack. We have yet to have an attack. Brian with a shot and it goes wide. Let's go. And now it's Luke Harris on the ball with a through ball all the way to Kelvin. Kelvin holds up the play. And now it's Benjamin Woodburn, the brand new captain, because our right back now sits on the bench. He gives a through ball into Lucas Fuller. 1v1 has a shot. The first player who scored the championship goal for us was Lucas Fuller. And our first Premier League goal goes to Lucas Fuller. Like I said before, this guy is going to be a generational player in the future. He's already cooking with us. Benjamin Woodburn into Sean Longman, who's been incredible in the lower divisions. And now Ben Woodburn through ball into Kelvin, who's really picked up his form as the seasons went on. Kelvin 1v1 with a finish, left-footed. It's saved. Ben Woodburn with the follow-up, 2-0 right before halftime. We're so ready to the Premier League. Maybe we should easily survive relegation. Here comes Brentford. It's Brian down the wing looking to get a goal back, and hopefully, no, remontada, it's a shot, and Magri gets a goal. They're looking to kickstart this comeback. We need to get 3 points on our first ever Premier League game. And it's Benjamin Woodburn on the ball. Once again, El Capitano looking to create a chance here. He gives it to Lucas Fuller. Lucas Fuller gives it into Kelvin. Kelvin on the ball. Kelvin with a through ball into Sean Longman. Sean Longman with a left-footed finish. It's a great save from the keeps. We now have a corner. Sean Longman to take it. He crosses it in. Into Kelvin with a bicycle kick. Oh my days. What a way to open your Premier League account for my co-scorer, Kelvin, with a bicycle kick from a corner. 3-1. The 3 points are ours, man. The referee blows the whistle. We get our first 3 points in the bag. I can't wait for this Premier League season. I just hope that we do survive relegation. But I cannot wait to win FA Cup trophies, Carabao Cup trophies, Premier Leagues, and of course, the Champions League with Wrexham. And we are now in the final day of the season, sitting in the relegation zone, tied with points with 17 plays Leicester, and also only -1 goal difference behind them. We need to make sure we win our game and hope that Leicester lose, or if anything, just outscore Leicester City. That's going to be tough as we're playing Fulham, who are sitting in 14th, where Luke Harris used to play. Even though we signed him from a League One side, he did come from the Fulham Academy. And straight away, we're kicking off this attack, the first attack of the game, 2 minutes in against Fulham. It's Lucas Fuller on the ball. Can he go in and score? Already has a shot, but it's saved, and Kelvin goes for the bicycle kick, but it's blocked. Come on, man. And now it's Hume on the ball, gives it to Lucas Fuller. Lucas Fuller lets it run, but he wins the ball back, gets his through ball into Longman, into Kelvin. 1v1, can he finish? It's blocked again. Kelvin with the follow-up, and it goes in. He does not give up. 11 minutes in, we are 1-0 up, and Kelvin has scored it. Are we gonna stay in the Premier League? But here come Fulham once again. It's Walter Made on the ball, gives it to Semenyo, who's joined Fulham. Through ball into Wrexham with a shot, and it goes in. This is not good. We need to win, and we also need the highest goal difference possible. No, boys, we might be going back down to the championship. Come on, let's go on his counter. It's a through ball into Kelvin. Is he through on goal? Kelvin cuts inside. It's still Kelvin. Near post finish. It goes in. Kelvin has turned himself into a hero in this game. 2-1. Let's go. And here comes Semenyo on the ball. Gives it back into Waltmade. Oh my days. We dodged the bullet there. They were about to equalize again. And here comes Semenyo on the attack, looking to equalize in the second half. Crosses it in into Mialia. Great save from Arthur. Let's go. It's a cross back in though. Into Semenyo with a finish. Arthur with another great save, fam. But it's Mialia on the attack now, looking to equalize this game. No, we do not need this. Jeffries, get it out. Lovely. And no, it's going to be a penalty. I thought it was a safe clearance. Jeffries gives away a penalty. We need Arthur to lock in and clutch up here. Please do not equalize. It's Semenyo. Goes to the right-hand side. I don't know why the camera changes. It might be one of the mods. Semenyo makes it 2-2. Boys, this is not good. Not only do we need a victory, we need to score more goals in case Leicester win their game. And now Ben Woodburn gives it to Claudio Gomez, who gives it into Kelvin. Kelvin's holding up the play. Kelvin gives it into Luke Harris. It's Luke Harris through on goal against his own teammates to keep us up potentially. He scores. It's 3-2. With the 3 points, we might stay up only if Leicester draw or lose. But we still need to score a goal. But Luke Harris becomes a hero against the team that raised him. John Longman on the ball, gives it all the way into Fuller. Lucas Fuller into Kelvin for the hat trick. Oh my days, we get another goal. 6 minutes left to go. Let's get another one. We need to get as many as possible. But Kelvin gets his hat trick on the final day. The referee blows the whistle. Kelvin picks up his match ball. There is some celebrations, but I'm not sure if Leicester lost their game or if we even scored enough goals. And yes, boys, we have done it. Leicester lost their game. Let's go. We're staying in the Premier League another season. I have no idea how, but we have 2 top goal scorers in the relegation zone. It must have been a crazy carry job. 20 for Kelvin, 20 for Lucas Fuller, and Ben Woodburn is actually the top assister in the league with 18. Those 3 players have absolutely carried us this season. And as Arsenal win the Prem, Burkhardt is the player of the tournament from Southampton, and in the team of the season, we don't have a single player. And this is what our team is looking like. Everybody above 80 except Jeffries. This team is getting extremely good. And here are the stats for the season. 21 and 11 for Lucas Fuller, again our best player. 21 goals and 1 assist for Kelvin. 8 goals for Waddingham, I'm sorry. He is doing really good. Ryan Longman 7 and 4, a disappointing season on his terms. Luke Harris 4 and 4, 4 and 19 for Ben Woodburn. And here are some of the rest of the stats. As here are some growth of the youth academy. We did get 2 +10s, I do believe, which is incredible for us. And this time around, we only got got 3 youth talents in Bryn Larson, a left back, Curtis Cox, another left back, and Lloyd Ward, a left winger. We will take anything we can get. And now in season number 5, we only have 30 million to spend. But before we spend on anything, let's see if we have to sell anybody to a top 6 club. And this season, we have lost 4 players, and 2 of them were starters. The first player we lost is Reece Hughes for 50 million to Liverpool. He was a backup center back that was eventually going to replace Tanganga. We also lost Japhet Tanganga for 27 million to Chelsea. Backup center mid Charlie Savage, who's been here for a long time, 48 million to Tottenham. And Connor Mabit, our new starting center back from last year, for 100 million to United. We have a lot of money, but we've lost a lot of players. And this is what our squad is currently looking like. It's looking weaker than last time. We definitely need 2 new center backs and of course some players for the bench. And remember, we can only sign second division players. First signing we are making for 22 million, bagloads of experience, Jacob Greaves, who was playing for Ipswich, who are back down in the championship. 81 overall. You know what? We'll take that. He's a decent overall. We do lose the youth, but we get experience in return. For 28.5 million, we are bringing in his partner in Jacob Bryan, who's still playing for Everton, who are back down in the championship again. Same age as Jacob Greaves, 27 years old, replacing youth for some experience. And our next signing is a brand new starting left back. He is a CDM, but we will convert him to a left back. It's Jack Hinchelwood for 45 mil, if I did not mention before. 80 overall. He is better than Jeffries, and it's nice to have somebody to help Jeffries because he's been the only left back for years at this club. And the final signing for 24 million is another backup center back. Mainly center backs we're signing here today, mainly defenders because we lost a lot of them. Teden Mengi, who is a 78 overall, 26 years old. He's going to be a decent backup and has a little bit of potential. And this is what the squad is going to be looking like. We did have a problem. We did not have enough Welsh players on the side, so we've converted Ben Woodburn into a left winger. He actually maintained his overall. We'll be starting Palmer and Parker as Claudio Gomez now moves to the bench. But let's see how the squad gets on this season. Just a reminder that our goal is to finish in the top half of the table. I'm not sure if we can do it. We've reached the end of the season, and yes, we have done it. We finished in 10th place. A kind of a boring season, no games played, but we are improving as a side. And sadly, Kelvin just misses out on the golden boot by 3 goals to Cole Palmer and Endrick. And as Newcastle win the Premier League of all teams, Palmer is the player of the season, and in the team of the season, Kelvin, Greaves, and Hugh make it for our team. And this is what the squad is looking like at the end of the season. Kelvin at an 84. Fuller has finally reached an 85, so close to his potential of 92. We got Ben Woodburn still growing even if he's playing at left wing. Palmer 85, Parker 84, Harris 84, and the defense is looking incredible. And the stats for this season are incredible. Not better than last year though. 26-1 for Kelvin, 15 goals for Fuller, no assists, 13-2 for Longman, even though he sits on the bench now. 9-1 for Captain Ben Woodburn, 9-11 for Claudio Gomez, still played a lot of games. And these are the players out on loan growing a massive amount, specifically our left winger. It's Lloyd Ward, another left winger, and Alan White, 84. He'll probably be the starter next year. This loan glitch is ridiculous. And in the academy, we finally got some strikers. I've been sending the youth scout to go for strikers every single season, and I finally got some good ones. And Curtis Floyd and Gavin Beatles. And in season number 6, we have 78 million. Let's see if we have to sell anybody. I hope not. And luckily, this season, we did not have to lose anybody important. We did lose Ryan Longman, but I just accepted the offer because we have so many left wingers. But thank you, Ryan Longman. Ryan Barnett, he was the captain for a while, but he wanted to leave. He was in his last year of his contract. Might as well get some money. We do now have 125 million, and to be honest, if we took a look at our starting 11, I don't think there's a single player we can sign from the championship or second division that would improve this team. Even the backups are looking pretty decent. We got another youngster here who reached 82 out on loan, and now he's part of the full-time squad. I think I'm good on signings this season, as the goal is to now qualify for Europe, whether it's to win the Carabao Cup, which I believe gives you Conference League, win the FA Cup, which gives us Europa League, finish anywhere within the top 6, top 7. Let's go towards the end of the season and see where we end up. And we have reached the final day of the season, and we're actually sitting in a Champions League place. We're only 2 points ahead of 5th place Bournemouth. So if we do not win our last game and Liverpool and Bournemouth win, we will drop out of the UCL and go to the Europa League. I want Champions League football. I don't want no Europa League football. And it's not gonna be easy. We're playing against 6th place Brighton, who are also fighting. But the question is, can we keep our cool? Can we go ahead and beat Brighton Hove Albion and secure Champions League football? And it's Palmer on the ball, through ball into Lucas Fuller. He's been here from the beginning. Lucas Fuller squares it into Kelvin. It's blocked. But now it's White, the brand new left winger, gives it into Fuller. Fuller through ball into Palmer, the new cam, and it goes in. Youth Academy graduates, all coming from Wrexham, all Welsh, are all linking up. We take the 1-0 lead. And White picks up the ball now. It's a brilliant through ball into Palmer, who just scored the goal. Here comes Palmer looking to make it 2-0, crosses it into Kelvin, who has a scorpion kick, and just like Giroud did all those years ago, Kelvin gets a goal. 2-0 lead. Oh my days, we're destroying Brighton. I think we're gonna secure Champions League football no matter what. Lucas Fuller on the ball, gives it to Kelvin, and it's Kevin on the ball, gives it into Lucas Fuller, and here comes Lucas, through ball into Kelvin. Kelvin looking for a second of the game. Kelvin cuts inside, has a finesse shot, is blocked by Simicic. Kelvin with the follow-up, and it goes wide. Victor Boniface has a through ball to Jorginho Rutter. Brighton are not giving up just yet. They have a shot, and it goes in. They're still fighting for the European dreams and trying to ruin our Champions League dreams. We cannot let this happen. Now it's Victor Boniface for Brighton. It's a through ball into Gruda. Gruda looking for a shot, and it goes in. 17 minutes left to go, and we might be bottling our Champions League football. Brighton equalized. This is not good. Here come Brighton and Albion, looking to end our dreams. It's Matt O'Reilly with a shot. Okonwu makes a great save. Let's go on this counter. We need a winner here if we want to secure Champions League football. It's Lucas Fuller on the ball, gets rid of one, and it's still Lucas running down the wing. He is so tired. What is he gonna do with the ball? He sends a through ball into Palmer. Where's Palmer? Squares it. No, into Kelvin. No, he wins it back. He gives it back into Kelvin, and it goes in. The pass, it was ruined, but he picks it up. He still gives it to Kelvin, and he's the hero again and again. It's either Fuller or it's Kelvin who rescue us in the 90th minute. We're going to Champions League. Let's go. And the referee blows the whistle. Wrexham have gone from League 2 to the Champions League. Let's see if we can win it in the first time of asking. In terms of top goal scorers, we had a low scoring season. Lucas Fuller did get 18 and Alan White got 17, but nobody in the top 5. And Lucas Fuller has won the player of the season for the first time. We have a player of the season player, and in the team of the season, we got Alan White and Lucas Fuller. Our wingers have dominated this year. And this is what the squad is looking like this season. Fuller is our first 90 overall player, and he is our brand new captain. After all he's done, it's time he gets the armband. But this squad is just absolutely amazing and ready for the UCL. However, in terms of growth of the players out on loan, there wasn't too much but one player, and I'm pretty sure you can already tell who it is. It is Cian Smith, a +9, now at an 84. He might be starting over Jake O'Brien. I know Jake O'Brien's an 85, but this guy is Welsh and homegrown. We want to start him. The stats for the season are 20 and 5 for Alan White, Lucas Fuller 19 and 2, incredible season. Waddingham was the top goal scorer in terms of strikers, 9 and 1. Emir Parker 6 and 13, 6 and 1 for Kelvin, a very disappointing season for him this year. But just remember, just because we're in the Champions League doesn't mean our players are safe. And we are now in the brand new season, and I've simmed to the end of the transfer window, and we were able to keep hold of every single player in our team. And that has given us an advantage to win the UCL in our first season, because our goal now, every season we're in the Champions League, is to try and win it. But of course, every time we fail, we will not be allowed to sign anybody. But to be honest, our team is incredible. But if we don't win it this year and lose a bunch of important players, we're back to going down to mid-table. And we are now in March, and we have qualified for the knockout stages. I didn't want to play no boring group stage football. Who are we facing in the round of 16? We're facing Real Sociedad. We kind of got niced in the fixtures. But in terms of the Premier League, just in case we need to go another season, we're sitting in second, looking good to qualify once again for the Champions League. But it's time for the first leg against Sociedad. I'm not too confident we're going to destroy them, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have to play the second leg. Let's see how this first leg goes, and it's a 3-1 victory. You know what? Second leg is skippable like this. And now it's time for the second leg. I hope I'm not taking a huge risk. I don't think we need to play this. I think we're just fine. Please do not let me down. 3-1 victory again. We'll take that. 6-2 in aggregate. And in the quarters, we have FC Barcelona, fam. The question is, in 2031, is Wrexham now better than Barca? I do not know. Let's see how this first leg goes. It's a 2-2 draw. We need to beat them in the second leg. But it's now time for the second leg. This is the first game I'm playing in-game in the Champions League with Wrexham. Please be a good game. I'm just tired of these boring games just going straight to penalties. And now it's Reece Palmer gives it to Lucas Fuller. Lucas Fuller has the ball, gives it through ball into Kelvin. Kelvin takes a touch. He gets fouled, but it's Alan White looking for the finish, and he puts it away. Our first shot in the Champions League quarterfinals. Second leg against Barca ends up in a goal. 5'7" magician puts it in. It's Alan White on the ball, holding the ball at play. Sends the ball into Parker. Parker into Reece Palmer. Reece Palmer, first time finish from there. Beautiful finish, beautiful save. But here comes Lois Openda for Barcelona. We may go for a tackle. We miss it. Lamine Yamal into Openda, and it's still Openda through one goal. Great tackle from Hinshelwood, though. We give it away into Reece, and it's blocked by Openda. It's not a penalty, right? That better not be a penalty. Alan White gives it to Parker. Parker gives it all the way into Kelvin. Kelvin gives it to Reece Palmer. He's through one goal. Reece Palmer, can he finish? And yes, he does. 2-0 in the first half. Oh, boys, I think we're going to the semis. I think we're doing it. Oh, Lois Openda gets rid of the defenders. Did I make a mistake not passing it with Harris? Openda with the shots. 7 minutes left to go and Barca score one back. One goal is all they need and we'll go to extra time. Let's not let this happen, fam. And here come FC Barcelona. It's Lamine Yamal versus our defender, Hitchwood. Lamine Yamal with a shot. It's a brilliant tackle for Glesworth. That's not a penalty. The cleanest tackle I've ever seen. The guy who started here at Wrexham when we arrived. Wow, that is such a clean. Let's look at the replay. That's a clean tackle. We're getting robbed. Lamine Yamal to take the penalty. He goes to the right hand side. We make the save. Blow the whistle, ref. The ball doesn't lie. And the referee blows the whistle. What a game, man. We almost got robbed at the end. A brilliant tackle from Clemsworth. A brilliant save from Arthur. We're going to the semis. And the first leg of the UCL semifinal is up against Dortmund. Can we go ahead and take a good lead? And it's going to be a 3-1 victory. Second leg is skippable. We're surely going to the final. And it's time for the second leg. I'm pretty sure we're safe to go on to the final. No one gets suspended. Let's not lose this game. And it's a 1-0 victory. We're going to the UCL final. In the UCL final, it's an all-Premier League game in Wrexham versus City. But before that takes place, we actually did win the Premier League, as Julian Alvarez for Aston Villa was the player of the season. And in the team of the season, we got Alan White, and we got Parker, and we got Cleworth. It's not Clemworth, it's Cleworth. As Lucas Fuller just misses out on the Golden Boot, we have yet to have a Golden Boot winner in the Premier League as of right now. But what about in the Champions League? Alan White is tied with Mbappe, who is not in the final. Hopefully, he can get one. But we have won our first FA Cup. Did we by any chance win the Carabao? No, we did not. And this could be our last game of this challenge if we win today. The top goal scorer so far, 32-2 for Lucas Fuller, now at a 91. Alan White, 30-10, now at an 89. Kelvin has come a long way, 19 goals and 5 assists, 87 overall. Reece Palmer, 11-9. Ben Woodburn still getting some games, 11-2, 10-17 for Parker, 7-18 for Harris. And Waddingham has been amazing backup with 7-3. And this is the squad that will be taking on City in the UCL final. This is absolutely incredible. Not the best squad we've ever had in other videos, but it's a pretty decent one. But the bench and reserves are looking incredible. But it's time to face Man City. Let's win the Champions League. Let's make Wrexham the world's best. And for the first time since taking over Wrexham, we're going to a penalty shootout. Man City just played their high possession football, tiki-taka, passed around everywhere, and did not really shoot. And we barely touched the ball. I'm not sure if my team is fit for penalties, you know. And if we take a look at penalty shooters, only Lucas Fuller is above 80. That's not good. Hopefully we need to win this. I don't want to go another season if I'm honest. And now it's Erling Haaland to take the first penalty. He's probably going to score this one. He goes to the bottom right. That's a brilliant penalty. And now it's Lucas Fuller, the captain. He has to set a good example. He cannot miss here. He goes to the bottom right. It's saved. Oh no. Here comes Alquiluche. Alquiluche goes to the left and Man City take a 2-0 lead. This is not good. Alan White, the top goal scorer of the Champions League. Can he put this one away? Yes, he does. Come on, we need to save one or two. And now it's Pablo Barrios to take the penalty for Man City. He goes down the middle. It's 3-1. It's not looking good, blood. And now it's Jack Hinchelwood to take the next penalty. The left back goes to the bottom left. He slots it in. We need to start saving these penalties now. It's Davide Fratesi. He goes to the left-hand side. It's 4-2. If we miss this, we have lost the UCL final. Kelvin, do not let us down. You never have let us down at all. Your entire career, he puts it top right. We need a save, and we need it now. Savinho to take the penalty. Where is Savinho going to go? He goes to the right. Arthur makes a save. And now all we have to do is Smith, the center back, has to score this. And we'll be going to sudden death. Smith, slot this in, please. Smith goes to the left. We're back in the game. It's 4-4, baby. Come on, City are going to miss. It's Josko Gavardio. He goes to the left, and we save it. Arthur makes another save. Reece Palmer has to score this, and we're UCL champions. He goes to the bottom right, to top right, and it goes in. We have done it. We missed the first penalty. Lucas Fuller missed the first penalty. But regardless, we're still UCL winners. And Lucas Fuller lifts the Champions League. We have done it. We have taken Wrexham from League 2 to Champions League winners, and we have made them the world's best team. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to click on the screen to find out how I became the world's best goalkeeper.